Well, good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to today's episode of my PI Dream. We're going to do a walkabout today. We're going to do a walkabout around our subdivision because I've had so many requests of people asking to look at what properties are still available in our subdivision, as well as I've been contacted by a few of the property owners that already have properties inside here, and they have some exciting opportunities for you where you might be able to purchase a property inside here just underneath what the developer is offering in his stock inventory. Both regular lots, and I believe there is, we have one house and lot combo, which it rarely happens around here. So let's go ahead and get today's episode started. Now, without further delay, let's get today's video underway. Now I have to apologize, you hear all this noise inside the background. I keep waiting for the noise to stop, but the noise isn't going to stop because we are in sort of a building boom here. A lot of people have determined that it's in their best interest, both financially and as far as for a stress-free kind of retirement, to retire here inside the Philippines. And that's one of the main reasons that we retired here. We'll be doing an upcoming video that has to do with comparisons of expenses that you would have from North America compared to the Philippines. That's going to be a very exciting episode. I think you're going to be really surprised at how far, if you're an American citizen, how far your US dollar goes over here. And that translates also to many of the other currencies around the world from different countries, because a lot of it is based on the US dollar. Now, like I said, before we go out, I just want to discuss the fact that it seems like we're in a building boom around here. A lot of people have taken the opportunity, and I believe they see a vision and they realize that pricing is going up, and pricing is not going to stay the same as it is right now. We've seen a great appreciation of the pricing from when we bought. We bought this property in 2010. We started building Villa Feliz over here in 2017, and we just constantly see the pricing going up from what we paid for the property back in 2010, and it seems like every few years the pricing is doubling on the price of property here in the Philippines. Now, I keep emphasizing, and I can't overemphasize what I feel is the need. If you're thinking about retiring in the Philippines, the time is now to actually purchase property over here, because at some point, I think, because of the popularity over here, especially in gated communities where security is a premium here, that the prices are going to get to the point where it's going to be very difficult to secure properties over here based on the income that you're making in whatever country it is that you're in. Now, before we actually go out the gate and we start taking a look at some of the properties, I just want to speak about a couple of things that make living in a gated community attractive. One of them has to do with the amenities. The amenities, maybe they'll have a swimming pool, maybe they'll have a golf course, but you pay for these amenities when you're inside gated communities. But one of the number one amenities, or one of the features that you should always make sure that you have in the Philippines in a gated community, is security, which we have 24-hour security here in our subdivision. That's very important, and that's why the pricing might be a little bit higher than what you would find outside the gate. Again, you can find properties outside the gate in the province, in the barangay. You can probably find them for maybe about 1,000 pesos, 2,000, 3,000 pesos per square meter, maybe even less, but you don't have that sense of security, which is priceless, that you would normally feel in a gated community such as the one that we have here. Another thing about making comparisons between gated communities and non-gated communities, most of the time gated communities are in HOAs, and HOAs, as you know, by definition, they have restrictions. There's restrictions, and they're mainly to be able to protect the valuation of your property and to make you live more comfortably, like having setbacks, making sure your house isn't too close to the house right next door to you, the height of your house isn't so high that it overwhelms the neighbor, and things like that. So, in my opinion, HOAs provide a great benefit for the homeowner, as long as they don't become too strict. Now, I'm sure you've heard of some of the horror stories. I can share with you some of the horror stories from the HOAs that I've been a member of back in the US, but we're not going to go into that because that's another topic for a full episode on another day. Well, I think it's time for us to actually get up and take a look and look at some of the properties that are available here. Now we're going to walk out our gate here, and we happen to be situated in phase 2. And although I might be a little bit biased about my opinion of phase 2, I think phase 2 is probably the premium properties in our subdivision, mainly because of what you see right here. You see the sloping hills. We are sloping up and down. The topography here is so very interesting. Our house goes to the corner right here, and we'll just walk to the corner because this is block 15, and on block 15 there is actually 2 lots that are available, with one that is a resale from our good friends Nelia and Chris Koch's. And we've already showed that one before. We're not going to show the whole lot because it's in another episode, but we're going to walk down and you'll see where the lot actually is. Now, as I walk from the front of Villa Feliz, you can see when I'm talking about the topography, it's very interesting with the sloping. If you like hilly sloping kind of properties, you're going to find that over here in phase 2. Now, the lots that are available, there is actually 1 lot on this side that's available, and a resale. The resale lot that's available is our friends the Koch's, that's at the very bottom on the corner. Now this corner lot, again, this is our friends Chris and Neil at Koch's. They have this one and they're doing a resale on this one. This is a little bit small. I think it's around 600 and something square meters, but if you're interested, I'll put you in contact with them for you guys can discuss, because I think their price is going to be a little bit less than the price of the inventory. Again, this is on another video. We did a full covering of that lot at that point. Now the lot right next to it, which is this one right here, but you can see the steep slope right here, which makes a challenge but can also make a very interesting kind of a build, similar to our Canadian neighbors build on the other side, by taking advantage of the drop off, maybe with an infinity pool on one side and a nice deck, maybe with a basement that goes into one side so it stays nice and cool. But this lot is block 15, lot 10. This one is available, and the reason you'll see, because on my map that you'll see, it will show that this lot and the lot directly behind it over there on that side, it's a grade, and it says caution grade, and that's the reason why these 2 have not sold at this point right now. All of these lots on the very southern side, they're all sold. We are as far, Villa Feliz, our Canadian neighbors over here, our good friends Sheila and Bob that have the lot over here, our neighbors across here that are building right now. These are as far as you can get into the subdivision. This is actually, contrary to listening to all the noise that you hear from all the construction going on, this is normally a very, very peaceful and quiet area in our subdivision. As well as the other side is all agriculture. There's some farmland on this side. It's actually owned, the entire area back on the other side is owned by a well-known senator and his well-known congressman, governor, like movie star wife that's on the other side. So it's probably always going to stay very, very quiet on this side, because they'll never allow that to become a high density area. As well as we have some friends that own the property here. We know them in the barangay, and that is a residential area, which that'll probably stay very quiet for an extremely long time. And the rest of this is cattle. They have carabao grazing here, and as well over there it is a sugarcane plantation. So all this is sort of protected for us for probably quite many years to come, so we can be rest assured that it is going to be very quiet over here. Now I just want to show you on the left hand side, these are all properties that are kind of like off limit for sales right now. So all the creekside properties over here are going to stay pretty much rural and jungle kind of like area over there, which for us is kind of nice. We like having neighbors, but we also like having some of the nature that's all around us. we're gonna go, you can see in the distance over here, that's a house that we're actually covering. That's our friends Mark and Ann Sawyer. They're building the house. And we're gonna be doing an update very, very soon, because as you can see, this is kind of an advance giveaway. The roofing has started on that one. And I always like to do an update when they're doing the roofing on a house. And we're gonna go on the back side of block 15. We live on block 15 up there. You can see what I'm talking about the topography. It's very interesting, very nice back here. Once the houses are in place and people are taking care of the yards, this is gonna look really nice back here. And we're gonna go on the back side of that one lot on the other side of block 15 that has a real steep grade over there. We're gonna look at the back side because it's the only other lot that is available on block 15. And the only reason both of those lots have not sold, because this block right here sold out really fast when we first built Villa Feliz over here. But the two lots that have not sold since we moved in are the two that are on a interesting grade. I'll just leave it at that. Now I'm actually standing on the corner. This is the corner of block 15 lot 3. It backs up to that block 15 lot 10 that I showed you that had the steep grade, and this is even steeper on this time. So this is going to be very difficult, although it's not undevelopable, but it's going to be a challenge. You see how far it goes down. There's going to be a lot of fill that needs to be done over here. And this lot is your standard 750 square meter lot. Now right across from block 15 over to block 14, we're going to look at this one lot. This is the only lot that's still available on the front side of block 14. Now this lot is 768 square meters, and it's definitely not going to be too much of a challenge, even though there is a slight grade change right here. Oh, it might maybe about a 5% grade. But with the proper elevation, maybe doing some retaining walls, this would be very easy. And this is the only one that's still available on this side of block 14. We're going to go over to the other side of block 14, and there's actually a resale lot over there. One of the owners contacted me a couple of weeks ago, and we're going to show you that lot. You might be able to get a good deal on that one. Coming from the direction of phase 1, which is over in that area, over here into block 14, again, rolling hills. You can tell from my being winded moving up and down all this walking here. Right next to this newly built house over here is a lot that is a resale. Now this lot here is a 750 square meter lot. It's pre-owned. It's owned by our good friends Vaughn and Meg Parangal, and this is block 14 lot 3, 750 square meters on a relatively normal elevation and grade. It does drop a little bit on the back from the front of the lot to the back, but I don't think it would be any issue. One of the things that might be interesting, other than the fact that the location is great, the elevation is great, the quietness is very, very nice over here, is the fact that this is a pre-owned lot, and on a pre-owned lot you normally will get a little bit of a discount from the current pricing of the developer's inventory. So maybe this is negotiable. If you're interested, I'll put you in contact with the person who has to do with the sales for this particular lot. Now directly across from block 14 is block 13 on this ride, and there is like I think there's 4 lots available on this side right here. And what's nice about this, the elevation, you really can't tell because where we're standing right now, but you can see at the end, it's like the end of the world. It drops down over there, and this way also it drops down really hard. So the elevation is very high on both block 14 and block 13 over here. The lot directly to the right of our good friends right here, I believe our friends here are from New Jersey, if I remember correctly, and they're going to be building very soon. They've hired the architect from Caribbean Construction to do the architectural design, and possibly selecting them also to do the build here. But this one lot in between the house that's built over here, our good friends Nestor and his wife over here, and Jocelyn over on this side right over here. This is a 750 square meter lot. This is block 13 and lot 4. And just to the other side of Jocelyn's lot over here is 2 more lots, and that is lots 10 and 12, block 13, lot 10 and 12. And you can see the elevation, or the grade, I should say. It's very flat. This is a very easy property to develop. So from this corner, right where the water meter is over here, all the way to this light post over here and deep into the back, this is a 750 square meter lot, block 13, lot 10. And just the side, just before our Norwegian neighbor's house over here, that's being built and we're covering, is block 13, lot 12. Very similar to lot 10. Again, very easy to develop. A nice big tree in the back, if you can take advantage of that tree. That's a huge mature tree back there. And it's actually situated in a good spot if you were to build your house, like in this area right here. You don't have to worry about putting a tree back in there if you want to take advantage of the one that's there. And there's one more lot, and it's on the other side of our Norwegian friends who are building here, and we're actually covering this Caribbean construction build, and you can catch that in another video. Is, let's see, I believe it's block 13. Let me look. Block 13, and this is lot 15. Very similar to the other ones on block 13 that we just showed. 750 square meters. The elevation goes from the front, and it starts going up a little bit, but it's a very small grade to the back, maybe about a 1% grade going to the back. But again, you could knock that out with excavation. It'd be perfectly flat. So very easy to develop as well. And again, one of the highest elevations in the subdivision. Now from where we just came from up there, we just kind of walked down here. You can see the back of Scott and Mara's house that's being built that I was talking about. They're doing the roofing tiles on now. And then you come around this corner, and Creekside, over here, there are lots 15 through 21. 16 is reserved because that's our caretaker's lot. But down on this side, we're going to start from right here. This lot right here is lot 22. And it goes from 22 to 21 to 20, 19, 18. And 18 is a very big lot, and that's over there by the second the electrical pole right over here, and that's 882. And then there's a smaller lot right here on this side over here, and that's a 665 square meter lot for block 17, lot 17. And then the caretaker has this corner right over here where this big tree is, and right on the other side behind it is lot 15 on block 17. If you're not concerned about overhead electrical lines, and these aren't really that close over here, but if you build the house over here, one of the concerns you have to be is the backside drops down. It drops down to the creek. It's similar to the Canadians' house that took advantage of that, actually did a nice retaining wall and built a nice yard at the lower level, but it will take a little bit more of resources to be able to do something like that. But what's also nice about this lot right here, as well as these lots on this side, if you have a two-story house, you get a beautiful view if you have an upper deck on the top of your house of Mount Mukulok, which is one of the renowned mountains that we have over here, that's right on the side of Taal Lake. Now, as we move up the street, and we're back on the back side of block 13 right here, you see this huge mango tree. This is massive. That's on a lot that shows on the map as reserved. So from this one, pretty much every lot back on this side is available except for one. The one that is sold here is block 13, lot 7. But the lot right next door, this is a huge lot. This is almost over 900 square meters. This on block 13, lot 13. And then the rest of them are your normal size lots, which are 750 square meters. So you would have lot 11, which is 750, then 9 over here, which is 750, and then 5 and 3, lots 5 and 3, which are both 750 square meters. And as we walk down there, and we'll do a drone overview, you'll get to see really what all of these look like. And right across the street where you see kind of the nun symbol in the back, because there's a convent right back on the back side over here. Now over here, you're going to see on block 17, lots 1, which is at the very end, all the way down to lot 7 over here, and then it goes underneath the power lines over there to the back to lot 11. Lot 11 is 865 square meters. Here, we'll walk back there. We'll take a look at that as well. But you have all of these lots are available right now. So as you can see from the corner lot down there, block 17, lot 7, which is 885 square meters. Then the next one next to it is block 17, lot 8, which is 695 square meters. Then you have this lot right here. It's kind of hard to see because it's so full of grass and density right here. We'll do an overhead view. This is block 17, lot 9, and this is a pretty big lot. This is 850 square meters back here. And then this is no sale of any of this right here because it falls up underneath the power lines. This is probably some kind of setback for the electrical utility company. And then on the very end is one lot on the right, which is also a very big lot, which is block 17, lot 11, which is 865 square meters. And this leads back to the convent. There's a convent back here, and I'm not gonna go back there because I'm gonna leave it to the privacy of the nuns that are in the convent back there. But they're part of our community, and they often stop by our house at Villa Feliz. And as you've probably seen in some of our past videos, they come over and they do caroling, and if they have any type of a event where they're collecting for things like orphanages and students, we help them out as a sponsor. Now there's one lot back here, 828, and this is on the wall back here. But I have to caution you, if you look on the back of block 17 over here by lots 11 and 12, there's a wall, but there's a high density subdivision on the other side. Now, as a favor to our good friends John and Mary Chris Farrell, we're going to walk over the phase 1, and I'm just going to show you the outside, the condition of what the house looks. It's only, I think, a couple of years old, and they're actually from Australia, and I think they're planning on doing their full retirement in Australia there, and they're interested in selling their home here. We'll go take a look at that. I will also leave a link to the original completion of that. We did a house walkthrough, and we had a house blessing, and it's a beautiful house, and I think you could probably get a good deal on that house and lot combo. Now, before we get over to John and Mary Chris's place over in phase 1, we're at the very beginning of phase 2 over here, right where this bridge is. And you know, we're covering this build. I can't wait to come back and give you the next episode, the next update on this. And this is kind of a sneak peek right here, but I want you to see some of the architectural rendering that's being done. It's an outstanding. Wait till you see what's going on inside. You're going to be extremely surprised. So that's going to be a great episode coming up here really soon. And our last stop for today, we're stopping at our good friends Mary Chris and John Farrell's house. They're actually all back in Australia right now, but they have some family here that are take caring and maintaining the home while they're gone. This house was built right about 2 years ago. I think we have a video. What I'm going to do, I'm going to post a video at the end of today's episode. There'll be a link that you can see the entire walkthrough of this house, as well as the house blessing. But you can see the house is still in outstanding shape, and there's been some updates that have been done. Mainly the glass. The glass was changed out. The glass is now tempered glass instead of the type of glass that they had before, as well as it's tinted, as well as the aluminum railing that they have. The stainless steel from the type of steel that they had before, they upgraded. Different windows inside, all the windows were swapped out, as well as some bathroom fixtures on the inside. We're gonna walk real quick. Hopefully I'm not interrupting anybody, and they told me to come over here and do this, so I'm gonna go. A lot of the plants have been planted and are established, and what you'll see, here's a mango. Oh, look at this with all the blossoms on here already. Wow, even mine aren't doing that, but look in the back, look at all the trees that are coming into maturity over the last couple of years. So anyway, this is what the backyard looks like now. It has many of the plants that are growing well. Very nice sized backyard, and the back of the house still looks really nice. we're down here by the clubhouse, something I need to mention is we do something here in our community that I'm not aware of any other community that does. This is an apartment up here, and the apartment is reserved. If you are actually building in our subdivision, you can lease this out. It's a monthly lease, and you can lease this while you're building your house, and you get to enjoy watching your home being built here at the same time as being able to go back behind your apartment at our clubhouse right here, and you can enjoy the swimming pool. As a matter of fact, the bedroom, the window from the master bedroom in the apartment is right up there, and you get to enjoy this beautiful view of our wonderful swimming pool that we have here at our clubhouse. It has both a kiddie pool and the main swimming pool as well. Well, in closing, I just want to briefly mention that the fact that we are in Lipa City is a big plus as well. Lipa City has the third coolest climate on the whole island of Luzon. The coolest being Baguio, and then the second one being Tagaytay. And we are almost the same temperatures as Tagaytay. I think we're only about 100 feet different in elevation to Tagaytay, but it makes for some really comfortable evenings here that you really don't need to use the air conditioning most of the year. As a matter of fact, this is going into March. We're almost into March, and we haven't even turned on our air conditioners yet here. And you're probably saying, oh, why would you turn on your air conditioner, especially if you're somebody that's in North America right now, because it's still really cold. You're getting snow right now. But over here in the Philippines, it's not unusual to have 90 plus degree weather, 90 to 100 degree weather in the months of November, December, and January and February in some parts of the Philippines. But it's relatively comfortable here, which makes it a very desirable place to retire. Also, Lipa is very convenient to the tollway, the Star Tollway, which is like the artery that takes you from Batangas City just south of us all the way to Manila. And about halfway up there, it goes from the Star Tollway to the SLEX, and they're all basically similar to interstate highways, very modern interstate highways that allow you to get from one point to the next very quickly around here. Also using RFID electronic devices on your vehicle so you can speed through those tolls without having to stop and do a payment. Very convenient. And there's so many other attributes, and we're going to talk about all the great things why retirement in the Philippines is so attractive, especially to expats. Now again, today was all about looking at properties. Property values are going up. So if you are considering buying in the Philippines and you've had an opportunity to look at a certain area, a region that you're comfortable with, and you know that's the place you want to go, you really need to lock in on those prices, because they're not going to stay the prices that they are very long. They're going up very fast. And if you like something that you saw today, I can put you in contact with the agent that's responsible for properties here as well, or any place else in Batangas, because he is a realtor, licensed broker for the entire Batangas area. And good thing about this young man is he also has a background in law, so he knows all the things that has to do with protectionary measures. If you're an expat and you have one of those unusual situations where you want to make sure that your investment is secured and there's no funny business going on, he's helped many of my PWS subscribers. Well, that's about it. I'm going to close here for now, and we'll talk about this in some other discussions later on our channel. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Please share, and if you haven't subscribed, just click on the little My PI Dream heart in the bottom right hand side of your screen. You'll be subscribed, and if you ring that bell, you'll be notified the next time I upload a new video. So until such time, from right here in the very beautiful Philippines, you have a wonderful and blessed day. If you enjoyed today's episode and you would like to see more just like these, just click on one of the helpful links over to your right, and you might be able to pick up on some good information on DIY projects, how to, or if you are interested in moving to the Philippines and building, you'll find answers there as well.